This chapter, chapter number 5, basically talks about the accounting equation and the rules of debit and credit. ये जो part है ना, rules of debit and credit, बहुत ज़्यादा important है. Also, when you talk about accounting equation, this is not something new for you now. We have learned the accounting equation. I'm sure like you remember that all assets are equal to capital plus liabilities. Right from chapter 1. Right from chapter 1, we have been dealing with this accounting equation. When you record the transactions, it is definitely going to have the effect on the accounting equation. Asset may increase or decrease, liability may increase or decrease, all those things again and again terminologies में देखा हमने, like account में देखा, फिर dual aspect concept में देखा, ठीक है. So all such things like we have gone through in the previous 4 chapters. Now let us see how the things are applicable, okay, on that particular accounting equation. Rules of debit and credit is the second part of the chapter. We'll go to that later on. But before that, let us be clear with the accounting equation part. The meaning of accounting equation, let us see that. Accounting equation is based on the dual aspect concept of accounting. Dual aspect, duality principle, I'm sure you remember that. Accordingly, the assets of the business are always equal to the total of its liabilities and capital. Okay, because we follow the dual aspect concept, because we follow the duality principle in the books of accounts. So this is going to happen at the end of the year. Whatever the total of the asset will be there, those assets should be equal to the total of the liabilities and the capital, that is owner's equity. In equation form, we already have seen that in the first slide, that is all assets are equal to liabilities plus capital, where liabilities is nothing but the amount due to the outsiders or the creditors. Second is capital. With this we'll talk about the owner's equity, and from the above equation we can have the two more formulas. एक asset का है तो एक liability का formula बना लेते हैं और एक capital का formula बना लेते हैं. Okay, so if it is liabilities, so liability will be equal to assets minus capital, and if I have to calculate capital, so it will be assets minus liabilities. Correct? So basic accounting equation is this: all assets are equal to capital plus liabilities. So liabilities plus capital, and these liabilities, please make sure that these are outside liabilities. Okay. The accounting equation always depicts the relationship among the different components of the balance sheet, and that is it is also called the balance sheet equation. We know the accounting equation क्या है? All assets are equal to capital plus liabilities. And these are all the components which are a part of the balance sheet itself, and that is why this accounting equation is called as balance sheet equation. The components of balance sheet are assets, liabilities and capital. So this is the reason of giving this name. Thus at any point of time, the assets of the business must be equal to the sum of the proprietor's capital and the claim of outside liabilities. Accounting equation approach or modern approach या फिर American approach. Okay, we are going to learn so many things in this chapter. So recording of business transactions based on the accounting equation approach is called as the modern approach or American approach. Since accounting equation approach is based on the dual aspect concept of accounting, okay, so assets are denoted as debit DR, and capital and liabilities will have a credit balance, and CR is to be mentioned. वो हम पहले दिन से सीख ही रहे. Debit is DR, credit is CR. But ये याद रखना है कि all assets will have a debit balance, and capital and liability will have a credit balance. The following simple rule is observed while recording the transactions. If asset increases, it has to be debited, and if asset decreases, it has to be credited. And on the other hand, you talk about the capital and liabilities. If it increases, it will be credited, and if it decreases, it will be debited. Every transaction affects the accounting equation. Every transaction means every single transaction is going to affect the accounting equation, but accounting equation holds true after each and every transaction, as it is based on the dual aspect concept of accounting. Dual aspect is कुछ डेबिट किया तो उतना क्रेडिट तो करना पड़ेगा. That's dual aspect, right? And because of that, this accounting equation holds true after every transaction. We'll see all these things in this chapter. This is also depicted from the following balance sheet. आपको पता होना चाहिए कि ड्यूअल एस्पेक्ट में ये भी एक चीज थी कि द टोटल ऑफ बैलेंस शीट, द टोटल ऑफ एसेट्स should always be equal to the total of capital and liabilities. It was there in the dual aspect concept as well. Let us see the balance sheet. The format of the balance sheet is given to us over here. We have cash balance, we have bank balance, we have debtors, we have stock, we have fixed assets. These are all the assets with us. Okay. The total assets is given to us as 2,50,000. On the capital and the liability side, basically liability side बोला जाता है, so we have capital and liabilities. Capital can be seen as 1,20,000 and the liabilities in the form of the loan and the creditor can be seen as 70 and 60. The total of the balance sheet will always be same. There's no doubt about that. There is no second thought for this, right? So what is happening over here? Assets are equal to 2,50,000, right? Capital is 1,20,000 and the liabilities can be seen as 130. So 130 plus 120 is 250. So accounting equation holds true over here also. All assets are equal to liabilities plus capital. Let us take the values. Assets we have seen in the previous slide, that was 250. Liabilities 130 and capital is 120. So 250 is equal to 250. Accounting equation holds true. At any point of time, right? Any point of time, the assets, the resources of the business are equal to the sum of the claims of the owner and the outsiders. Owner का claim होगा तो that is in the form of the capital and outsider का liability. A transaction may affect either both the sides of the accounting equation by the same amount or may affect only one side of the accounting equation by increasing or decreasing it by the equal amounts. This is what numerical part will make us learn. Accounting equation is basically assets are equal to capital plus liabilities or liabilities plus capital, anything. Now what does this statement means over here, right? ये बता रहा है कि like equation can get affected on both the sides. If we see an asset is increasing, so there is always a possibility of an increase in capital or liability for sure. If asset decreases, it may have a decrease on the other side as well. So equation may get affected on both the sides, right? But there is also a possibility that a transaction is here wherein like we just find that one asset increases, other asset decreases. Okay, that is a possibility, and we may find a transaction in which we may observe that one of the capital or the liability and any transaction is there, so it is affecting the capital and liability in the opposite direction. One may increase, other may decrease. It may happen. So the accounting equation may get affected on both the sides, or it may get affected on any single side, right? Type of the transactions that we are going to go through now one by one. Okay, transactions affecting the accounting equation. So from the viewpoint of accounting equation, transactions are basically of two types. One is transaction affecting just two items, just two. Okay, or it may be transaction affecting more than two items. It will be like these transactions are going to be important. ये simple हो जाता है. This is known to everyone. यहाँ पर जब आएंगे ना, तो ये थोड़ा सा confusing होगा initially, but once you focus, once you learn, things are enjoyable. Transactions affecting two items. There are two types. Number one, transactions affecting both the sides of the accounting equation. This is what I told you. Okay, the equation may get affected on both the sides, asset and capital and liabilities. So let us see the examples. Increase in asset and increase in liability. Need to understand these things, right? Transactions दिए होंगे, उसका effect कैसे आएगा? Asset increase हो रहा है, liability increase हो रहा है, कैसे हो रहा है? वो theoretically समझ लो, ताकि जब numerical करना पड़ेगा, maybe tomorrow or day after, we are quite comfortable with the things. The examples of increase in assets and increase in liabilities. Okay, the two sides equation is getting affected. Let us see one by one. Number one, started business with cash. If the business is started with cash, you know, like cash is an asset and cash increases. As a business entity, I receive cash and capital also increases. My liability towards capital increases, right? So whenever you have this transaction, started business with cash, cash increase and capital also increases. Second, credit purchase of goods. When you talk about credit purchase of goods, stock increases, right? Goods comes in, stock increases, and on the other side, because it is purchased on credit, we'll have to pay to the supplier. My liability towards supplier increases. Third, credit purchase of asset. Credit purchase of asset, again the asset comes in, it will be an increase in asset, right? And also because it's a credit purchase, I'll have to pay to the vendor from whom like I have purchased the asset on credit. So my asset also increases and liability also increases. These are the various examples of increase in asset and increase in liability. Fourth one is bank loan, right? When you talk about a bank loan, yesterday also we have discussed about it. Like whenever like I have to take a bank loan from the bank, though bank is not going to give me in cash. Okay, they are going to deposit the amount in my bank account, so my bank balance increases. And on the other side, it is the amount of the loan that I need to repay to the bank. Okay, so my liability also increases. Received commission. Received and paid are the two words in accounting equation we need to take care. Okay, received means cash comes in, right? And paid is cash goes out. So received cash comes in, cash is an asset, asset will increase, right? And also we need to remember, as far as this chapter is concerned, the accounting equation, it simply tells us that like if any income is there, any profit is there, so that will increase my capital. Commission has been received by the business entity. The commission received is an income, right? Because it's an income, it will increase my capital. Okay, so these are the examples for increase in asset and increase in liability. Fine. Moving ahead, we have examples of decrease in asset and decrease in liability. Again, we are going to deal with the transactions which are affecting both the sides of the equation. Okay, let us see the examples. Number one, payment to creditors. Again, the word is payment. The amount must have been paid. Cash goes out. Cash reduces. The asset reduces. And we are making a payment to the creditor. So my liability towards the creditor reduces. So liabilities also reduces. Next, drawings. Drawings we all are aware of. Like it is nothing but the amount that is withdrawn by the owner for his personal use. So whenever the amount is withdrawn, okay, we just need to make it very specific. The drawings are in the form of cash. Okay, so cash reduces. And also like because of drawings, we already have gone through the term in the chapter number 2, right? Wherein we saw that because of the drawings, the capital reduces. Okay, the reason is very clear. My liability towards owner reduces because of the amount of drawings. Bought furniture for personal use. Again, whenever in accountancy the personal use word comes into picture, so it is always going to affect the capital. So it's a drawing, so it is reduction in capital. And because the furniture has been purchased for cash, so cash also reduces. Rent paid. We are talking about the word paid. Paid is cash has been paid. Cash goes out. The cash reduces. Because cash reduces is one effect. The asset to reduce ho gaya. But now you are talking about the rent paid. The rent, whenever we pay, it is an expense for the business. And I told you earlier also, any expense, any income is going to affect the capital. So rent being an expense will reduce my capital. Okay, expenses will always reduce the capital, and profits, incomes will always increase the capital. Depreciation on machine. We know like depreciation is a loss, a kind of a reduction in the value of the fixed asset. Machine reduced over time. The machine is an asset. Machine depreciated, the value of the machine decreases. And because depreciation is a loss, who is going to bear the loss? The owner. So because of depreciation, my capital also reduces. Next now is transactions affecting just one side of the equation. Till now, increase in asset, increase in capital and liability. Decrease in asset, decrease in capital and liability, we have gone through. But now the transactions will be there, which will be affecting just one side. So it may happen that one asset increases, other asset decreases. Or it may happen like capital increases and liability decreases and vice versa, right? So let us go through such transactions. The transactions may affect in opposite direction on one side. That is what I told you. If one asset increases, the other asset will have to reduce. Examples of increase in asset and decrease in asset. Okay, effect is on just one side of the equation. Let us go through the transactions now. Number one, cash purchase. If I have purchased goods for cash, stock comes in, goods comes in, the stock increases. But because the amount of goods have been purchased for cash, I'll have to pay cash. Cash is an asset, cash balance reduces, right? So both the effects are on assets. One asset increases, the other asset decreases. bills receivable drawn, always favorite, right? Bill receivable drawn, yesterday also we have discussed about this. This will happen in case of the credit transactions. The amount of bill receivable will increase and the amount of debtors will decrease. The process I have told you earlier also, we'll have to prepare this bill as a seller. We'll prepare a bill, we'll send it to the customer. Customer will sign on it, will give it back to us. So we are receiving the bill receivable, our balance of bill receivable will increase and the amount due from debtors will decrease. Purchase of investments. Investment is an asset. अगर हम purchase करें तो मेरा investment तो increase हो रहा है. But if I have made some investment, the cash goes out, the cash decreases. So one asset increases, the other asset decreases. Furniture purchased for cash. Furniture is an asset, comes in, so increases, and it doesn't purchase for cash. Cash goes out, so cash balance decreases. Deposited into bank. We are depositing the money into the bank. Cash to gaya, so cash reduces. Okay, and I know like if I deposit some amount in my bank account, my bank balance is definitely going to increase. Cash withdrawn from bank. That's the reverse case. We are just withdrawing cash from bank. In business, cash comes in, so my cash balance increases, and whatever amount of bank balance will be there, so that bank balance will decrease. Cash received from debtors, right? Cash received is a word, so cash comes in, cash balance increases. Who has given us the cash? Debtors. The amount due from debtors will decrease, so debtors decreases. So these are the various examples for increase in asset and decrease in another asset. Now let us see the examples of increase in liability and decrease in liability. Okay, maybe liability and capital always. Okay, so yes, a very good example and the only example I think, acceptance of a bill payable. If I have purchased goods from a supplier, so he will be drawing a bill on me and I'll accept it and give it back to the supplier. So in that case, my liability towards bills payable increases, okay, and the liability towards creditors reduces. So you can see that one liability increases, the other liability decreases. A very important example for 1 mark questions. Example of increase and decrease in liability and capital. Let us see that. Very two interesting examples are there. One is conversion of debentures into shares. Whenever like you convert your debentures is a long-term liability. So from the company's point of view, right? So it's a long-term liability and the liability is getting converted into shares and the shares is the owned capital. We already have discussed it, right? So my liability reduces, long-term liability towards debentures reduces and my capital increases. So you can see the effect of the capital and liability over here, but on the same side of the equation. Second is the dividend when it is proposed. When we propose the dividend, our profits reduces, and because there's a reduction in the profit, that will reduce my capital as well. And I have proposed, I have not paid yet. Okay, so when I have proposed dividend, my liability towards the dividend and the shareholders increases. The two very best examples for increase and decrease in liabilities and capital. After this, transactions affecting more than 2 items. Okay, this is what I was telling you, like these transactions are important and many of the students do face a problem, right? Let us see this. Even if a transaction affects more than 2 items, accounting equation will be balanced. The accounting equation will hold true after every transaction. The example, goods costing 10,000 sold for 12,000. One effect is very clear. Goods are sold, so my stock will reduce. ठीक है? Has been sold for 12. तो जो भी बंदा purchase करे तो वो मुझे cash pay करेगा. Cash increases. Now think over. Stock decreases. Stock कितने का गया मेरा? 10,000 का. How much amount of cash I have received? 12,000. So this is very easy to understand that if I have sold the stock of 10 for 12, the difference of 2,000 is my profit. Okay. And tell me, which account will be getting affected because of profit? Yes,
Capital.
capital. So because of profit, my capital increases. So this is where like more than 2 accounts can be seen, right? So these two are assets, stock and cash. Ultimate effect is 2000 positive, and over here capital also 2000 positive, right? So let us see this. Let me erase this. Yeah. Okay, the goods of 10,000 sold for 12,000. Let us see the effects. Here the cost of goods reduces the stock by rupees 10,000. Sales will increase the cash by rupees 12,000, but the profit of rupees 2,000 will increase the capital by rupees 2,000, right? I'm sure like everyone is clear with this example. On the other hand, like if there is a loss, तो profit अगर increase करता है तो loss will reduce my capital. That's all. Okay.